Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very small Tuesday morning haul. I only picked up a few things. I am trying to cut back on craft spending and do more projects. I wanted to do a no spend, but I know I don't have that type of self-control. So I just challenged myself to set a budget, and I could only spend $25, and here is what I picked up. So the first few things are these Bria Reese. Are they Bria Reese? Well, this is a Bria Reese ink, and it's in blue and it has glitter, and this was $1.99, and there's the number. I also picked up these two glittered inks, and these are from Artsy. You can see the numbers, and I picked it up in pink and in gold. I picked up a couple of the Bria Reese inks when they were on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I recently played around with them, not to do watercoloring or any like alcohol ink painting or anything, but I actually used them to color some paint that I had to give it this green color, to make this green color. I didn't have any green paint on hand, and my partner for this egg carton swap, she loves green, so I need to figure out what to do. So I actually tinted my paint using the ink, and it worked perfectly. So I just picked up a few more of those. I found more K & Company die cuts, and these have gold in them, like gold die cuts in them. There's the number. They were $1.49. They also have some other ones available that are kind of like this, as far as being like bubbles to write on or frames, but I didn't really need any of those, so I left those. But here you can see what's there and what's gold. So like the honeybee is gold, there's some gold doilies, some butterflies, hearts, beetles, different little things in gold. I don't know if you can see it, but like that's the gold. Yeah. I also picked up these 2 packs of glassine paper, and they're the ombre ones. I have the decorated packs, like the pattern pack that you could pick up from Tuesday morning. So I just saw these and I picked them up. And here is the number. They were $3.99, so I picked those 2 up. And then lastly, I found this Tim Holtz, these 2 dies. They were on clearance for 20% off, so I paid around $5. I think it was like $5.19. I could have waited, but I just picked them up since this is the only one my store has. And it's the clock and the camera. I have the larger version of the camera, but it's pretty big, so these will work better as far as making embellishments with. So I picked up these 2 packs of glassine paper, not to use them with the goodie bag guide that it's recommended to use for, but I actually was going to use them with my pocket punch board that I also picked up from Tuesday morning a week or 2 ago. And I just wanted to make some different types of goodie bags, different textured, not just regular cardstock. So I thought that this glassine paper would be good for that. So I wanted to go through making a few on camera, or at least one. So you not only got a sense of how this paper is, but how easy it is to use the pocket punch board. So here are the glassine papers, and it does say that they are food safe and grease resistant. So I want to make one in this green shade. And I'm sorry if I keep bumping the camera. My stand is kind of in my way right now. Okay. And I want to make I want to make a bigger sized one, so I have the guidelines that are contained in the back of the pocket punch board, and I want to make the largest that's on here is a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 page. So I need to cut my paper 9 by 8.5. So this is the largest you can do. Not sure if you can see that, but I need to cut my paper 9 by 8 1/4. So 9 by 8 1/4. So when you use your pocket punch, I usually go ahead and extend. I usually go ahead and extend these arms. I don't know, it's just easier, especially when you're using a bigger piece of paper. So on here it tells you what guidelines you need to use. The F, it says F3. So on the punch board, you need to move this piece to the F slot, and the arrow should be pointing inward. And then you need to move these slots to the 3 spot, and the arrow should be pointing downward. So taking my 9-inch side, I start cutting the corners. So the blade is contained here, and you just put the blade on that part and follow the guide. And you need to cut all 4 corners. So you should flip, rotate, flip it back. Alright, so once you have that part completed, you now need to score everything. So you just lift this up, and dotted lines start here, so you know you can start scoring at what leads to the dotted lines. So now, I don't know if you can see that, but there are square lines there, and the arms aren't long enough to accommodate the length of this, so I'm gonna have to flip it, line it up with this guideline, because that's how your bag was cut. And this did come with like a bone folder, but I always like using these tools better than the actual bone folder that came with it. Alright, so now I just need to do this last one. And again, it's not long enough to accommodate. Alright, so now I have everything scored. And now, since I'm just making a regular policy envelope, you just fold it over. Okay, so I have my inside folded in, and then, looks like I didn't follow my lines correctly. Let me fix that. Okay. And then when I fold it over, like this, and then you just pick what part you want to be the top and the bottom. Okay, so now I have everything folded how it should be. And you can't really tell the ombre much. So I know next time I cut this, I'm gonna cut further away from the darkest part of the page and leave more of the lighter part so you can actually see the gradient through the envelope. But since everything is folded, you just decide what part you want to be your top and your bottom, and then you start taping or gluing. I'd probably say tape for this because this paper is kind of thin, this glassine paper, and I don't want any ripples. And I'm using this thin tape that I have. I forget the brand of this tape, but I'm just going to add it here. And then also add it to this edge over here, because I know if I only leave that piece, this edge will poke up a bit. And I want to make sure everything is secured well. Make sure I burnish the tape down well, because if the tape comes up with the part you're supposed to remove, you know it's not down as well as it should be. So then I fold that over and get another piece for the bottom. And I'm going to do the bottom and the sides this time. And fold that up, and there you go. There is your policy envelope ready for you to put things in and decorate. I wanted this envelope to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, so just to check, not sure if you can see this well, but it is definitely 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 with the flaps closed, so that is great. Okay, so here is the finished envelope, and I just want to show you all a different way to use that glassine paper. If you see it and you may have one of the punch boards and you don't have the goodie bag guide, you can use it with your pocket punch board. Of course, when you're scoring and stuff, just be a little more gentler because this paper is thin. But yeah, so there it is. It's ready for embellishments. It's ready for goodies or whatever you want to use it for. And I just want to give you all a better look at how that pocket punch board works. And all this stuff, pocket punch board, these tools, everything except this this score tape I picked up Tuesday morning. So yeah, so thank you for watching and sticking around, and I hope you have a good day.